This is Algebra 1, Lesson 23, Practice. These problems are going to be solving equations using the additive property of equality. The first problem says x plus 5 is equal to 17. Again, we think about a balance or a seesaw that is balanced. Both sides are equal to each other. I want to get the x by itself on its side of the equal sign, so I'm going to add a -5. Now, the problem with that is it makes that side lighter and it's not balanced anymore. So I need to quickly come over here and do the same thing. I end up with just x on this side is equal to 12. And we can just look at that and see that 12 plus 5 is equal to 17. Now, again, I know you could do that in your head, but I want you to learn the steps, okay? Because there's a reason, not just I want you to learn it. In the future, as these get more complex and you have multi-step equations, it's going to be important to know these steps. For B, they have a -27, so we're going to add 27 to get the k by itself, but quickly come over here and do the same thing. K is equal to, these two numbers have different signs, so we're going to have to subtract them. And then we're going to take the sign of the one with the largest absolute value, which is 38, and it's negative. So our answer is -11. And if you substitute -11 and take away 27, you will get -38. C, they threw in a fraction. It's okay. We can do it, right? Look at the left side. The variable has a -1/2 with it. Let's add 1/2 to make that go away. Quickly come over here and say, let's do the same thing to both sides so that we can balance it. 3/8 plus 1/2. I'm going to move over here where I have plenty of room and write it. I know I'm going to need a common denominator because I'm adding fractions. And that common denominator is going to be 8 because it is the smallest common multiple between 2 and 8. So this is going to be 8. What do I do to the 2? Well, I'm going to have to multiply it by 4 to get that 8. So I'll have to multiply the numerator by 4 as well. 4/8 is equivalent to 1/2. Now I can add them. 3/8 plus 4/8 would be 7/8. And that is our answer, or our solution, or our root. 7/8 minus 1/2, which would be 4/8, right? 4/8 would be the same as 1/2. 7/8 minus 4/8 would be 3/8. So it works. And then the last one. Good job persevering. We've got D plus 4 1/7 equals 3 1/6. We need to get the D by itself. So let's add a -4 1/7 to this side and come over here and do the same thing. I get D is equal to, I've got 3 1/6 minus 4 1/7. Okay, I'm going to have to switch those around. I can't subtract the small one minus the big one, right? So I'm going to have to put the big number first and just know, yes, I'm going to end up with a negative answer, okay? Because the larger absolute value is negative. Now, your book goes ahead and changes both of these into improper fractions. So let's go ahead and do it that way. I'm going to have to list the 4 1/7 first. So 4 times 7 is 28 plus 1 is 29 sevenths. 29 sevenths is the same as 4 1/7. Then I'm going to subtract from that. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19 sixths. So when I subtract those two, I am going to get a common denominator, which is 42. So this is going to have to be multiplied by 6. This is going to have to be multiplied by 7. 29 times 6 is 174, and that's over 42. 19 times 7 is 133, and that's going to be over 42. And then when I subtract those, I'm going to get, what do I get? 174, so it's 41. 41 over 42. And I know that the larger one was negative, so this is 41 over 42. Okay? And that will be our solution or our root because it satisfies the equation.